Alright, so we got tons of news on outcome memories, revamped memories, and so much more I'll be talking about today. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below what you think. So we'll start off with outcome memories right now. So what everybody does know is Nullvix did work with many others, of course, that they have actually fixed a lot of the things in outcome memories. They have nerfed Fleetway quite a bit. Of course, being a strong killer, but still having a chance to survive from Fleetway. But even another thing is Chaos Snap did get fixed and many other changes did happen in the game. And then the staff director and game mod PR did confirm we're still working on stuff. I've decided to take it to my own hands. I'm fixing oversight spots and abusable spots. No definitive date, but it'll be a healthy bug fix patch. And then Nullvix did have a reply to PR saying taking all the credit. I'm adjusting Chaos Dash and Flight again. I'm sorry for my previous sins, Fleetway players. And then of course PR replies with, hey man, I'm just doing the maps. You're the one fixing the code. And then that leads on to PR saying not perfect version 2 ... And this is actually amazing because for those of you who do know, I am showing the clip right now, not perfect version 2 PR's version. It never actually released, but it actually looks like an amazing map. Definitely 10 times better than the original Not Perfect in my opinion, because you see a lot more that's going on in this map. And another big thing that we got from Romeo is, as a thank you from me, I got special permission to announce that the Fleetway quote-unquote yourself variant will be coming in a future OM update. For the people who enjoy my cosmetics, I have happy news. Variant is still WIP, meaning that Fleetway will be getting this version of a Romeo skin, similar to how we have for Sonic and Outcome Memories. So it would just be like the sunglasses and everything else. So this is actually really cool. This will be in a future Outcome Memories update. This isn't out just yet. So we will know when this does release. And how we did see from Romeo of Prime, Furnace, and Starved, we did get this update from Romeo. I'm just simply gonna start off by saying, wow, I didn't think this take of the characters would mean a lot to so many people. I was just planning just to discontinue them and let them rot for good under OM revivals. I definitely underestimated the sheer love so many of you guys have for Prime, formerly Modern, Furnace, and Starve. And I thank you all so much for the support with them. This take genuinely started off super bad, lol. The designs were always this amazing. But I definitely wasn't very experienced with the writing and storytelling at the time, which led to the whole sneak merchant stuff. And me just generally over bloating Furnace when I didn't need to. It took months of learning, studying, and improving to finally master writing the way I wanted to, which led to huge retcons of Prime Furnace and an expansion to Starve's backstory. I'm really glad you all enjoyed the retcon for Furnace. It was genuinely my last shot at trying to make these characters good for the community. So it all paid off in the end, made me happier than ever. I don't have any exact details about the revival itself at the moment. I've been very busy discussing this with some people, but please stay tuned in the future. Now this is really good news because that means that Furnace and Starved, their modern versions, have been rebranded to Prime Furnace and Starved, and there is a revival in plan. So that's really good on Romeo, and that's just really good having a good revival for Furnace and Starved, because one of the best characters in this community don't deserve to rot. Now that's pretty much everything that we have for Outcome Memories today. I will be talking about a lot more in the future when more does release, because the game is of course cancelled, but of course we're having a lot. But now on to Revamped Memories, and to start things off, let me give you all a small tease. So I did have a Q&A with Lightwisp, one of the main head directors and head owners of Revamped Memories. And I do know a lot that will be happening in the future of the game that nobody actually knows yet. And let me just tell you, stay tuned everyone, because this will completely blow your mind in the future for Revamped Memories. So stay tuned and stay on Revamped Memories. But my last words for the hint is Revamped Memories is doing some things that you haven't seen in any of these other games just yet. So yeah, on to the main news for Revamped Memories. So I have done a Q&A with Lightwisp earlier, as I've told everyone. You could go check out the video. But from everything that we have got, So Crimson X will be an executioner in Revamped Memories. Here's actually Crimson X's shop icon, and here's actually the in-game render. Of course, this was kind of like a joke render that they made, but still this is one of the official renders that will be happening. Of course, everything is subject to change on release, but this is basically the newest one that we have so far. And of course, yet again, another look on Sonic.EYX with this really cool character poster. And it says, keep your eyes open. And one thing that we have spoken of earlier in the Q&A was actually this icon of Fleetway Supersonic. I did question that why did the quills actually look a bit longer compared to the original Outcome Memories model. And then now we did get confirmation that Fleetway is leaning more towards the comics with this official render that they have released today of Fleetway Supersonic. Yet again, everything's subject to change in the future, but this is the current model that we have for Fleetway Supersonic and Revamped Memories. And you do see over here, I do have the comic panel over here and the Revamped Memories model of Fleetway over here. You could totally see that they are aiming for the comics, which I'm really happy that they're doing so. And we did get this new render of Tails doll officially, yet again subject to change, but so far Tails doll looks amazing, Fleetway looks amazing, EYX looks amazing, and even Crimson X. But then when you go to the survivors, you actually have Sally over here that has been revealed as a character for Revamped Memories, as well as this Rouge remodel, as well as this Metal Sonic design, which I really like. It does kind of remind me of Sonic CD, which I kind of prefer, of course. Like, those of you who would know, and I definitely prefer this design of Metal Sonic. And we did get this render on Omega in Revamped Memories, which Lightwisp has personally sent me this one, and Omega's remodel looks amazing. Definitely something that I'm really excited for, because I feel like Omega is a character that isn't looked upon that much. So now I hope Omega gets a bit more appreciation. And when you come to Colossus, this is actually the Colossus variant for Revamped Memories. And then now here is the variant that's the original that they made for Revamped Memories. But this is the variant, of course, of the original Outcome Memories. And we did hear that every character that is getting a major remodel will have their original Outcome Memories variants as an option to play. Now, of course, I don't want to repeat too much that we have spoken of in the Q&A. Like, as example, the Excalibur Sonic skin will be an option for Colossus, and I don't really want to repeat so much, so if you guys do want to know everything else, you could go ahead and check the Q&A. But another major thing that Lightwisp has personally told me, so Crimson X will be getting their original voice actor for Outcome Memories, who's actually Scimitarch VOs, correct me if I'm wrong, but here's actually where I'm getting at. So mainly back in November 19th, Romeo did do a tweet saying this was revealed a while ago in a live stream, but nobody has ever mentioned it once, so I'll do it. Nozzle will be a variant for Fleetway in the future, and Nozzle was supposed to be voiced by Scimitarch VOs, and I have gotten confirmation from Lightwisp that there will be a Nozzle variant in Revamped Memories that will be voiced by the original voice actor. So we do have a lot on Fleetway, we do have a lot on Colossus, who is actually complete pretty much, and we do have a lot on Crimson X. But another character that we actually surprisingly don't really have anything on is 2011X. And 2011X has no reveal yet, but will be in the game. And I have spoken to the actual voice actor of 2011X for Revamped Memories, Cursed VOs. And Cursed VOs did send me a bunch of these really cool audios for 2011X.
Peekaboo! There you are! Found you! Found you!
Now those actually sounded amazing. Big credits to Cursed VOs, big shoutouts to Cursed VOs for doing an amazing work on 2011X's voice. So now a big question that a lot of you actually did have recently from me is, why do I talk about Revamped Memories quite a bit? So I do talk about Revamped Memories solely for one reason, and that is the fact that this is a complete remake with a dedicated team. So I have spoken about how their development is going on in the Q&A, but mainly, long story short, what I could say is this is being rebuilt from the ground up. So basically whatever was happening with Outcome Memories, building that, it's that process all over again, including so much more. So in the original Outcome Memories, we didn't have much to begin with. We didn't have Silver, Blaze, and we only had like 2011X as Executioner. We had such little in that game in the beginning. But now Revamped Memories is aiming to release everyone that was in up until the current day of Outcome Memories, plus a lot of other characters such as Crimson X and many others that are planned. So this is actually one of the main reasons. It's because Revamped Memories is kind of like the unofficial sequel to Outcome Memories, a remake slash sequel slash basically something beyond what Outcome Memories was about to be. Now yet again, big credits to Lightwisp, big credits to Cursed VOs, big credits to the whole team, and everybody's doing an amazing work so far. I'm really happy to see what's going on currently for the game. And also in the Q&A, you guys could see a small sneak peek of the in-game, a very early build, but still an in-game for Revamped Memories. Now that's pretty much everything that we have for today, everyone. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. What do you think? I will be working on another giveaway very soon in the future, and thank you all for the support. Honestly, I'm really like fascinated and just like happy and grateful for everyone that like how much support I'm getting these days. So thank you all so much for the support, and until next time everybody, see y'all.